Khurumzari. Hi, I am Nana Laikangbam. So, there is this conversations between two friends and it's all about one of them arranging a meal. This conversations between Thoibi and Thaza offers a practical and engaging context for learning WH questions in Manipuri. Through their friendly exchange, they use a variety of WH words like what, who, why, which, where, and how to inquire about meal preparations, ingredients, and the setting for dining. These questions not only move the conversations forward but also demonstrate how WH words functions to gather information in natural daily life situations. Before we move on to the main dialogue, let's first take a look at some key vocabulary used in it to help us better understand the Manipuri language. Kanana means who. Kanabu means whom. Kari means what. Karigi means why. Kadaida, which means where. Karida means on what. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the conversations part. Jacqueline ama langba, which means arranging a meal. Thaza, Thoibi kari semlino. Thaja, Thoibi, what are you preparing? Thoibi, iromba ama sem sari. Thoibi, I am preparing an iromba. Thaja, kanana takpirino. Thaja, who taught it to you? Thoibi, imana takpibani. Thoibi, my mother taught me. Thaza, kanabu chak kaurino. Thaza, whom are you inviting for the meal? Thoibi, aigi ipuga ibokkagi Jacqueline asi langlibani. Thoibi, we are arranging a meal for our grandfather and grandmother. Thaza, karigi iromba oina langlibano, nga oina thongba yadra. Thaza, why are you making iromba? Can't you prepare fish curry instead? Thoibi, mabani di iromba yamna pami. Thoibi, they love iromba very much. Thaza, karamba iromba no nang na langlibadu. Thaza, which kind of iromba are you preparing? Thoibi, soibum iromba ni. Thoibi, it's soibum iromba. Thaza, kadaida karida chagadauri adudi. Thaza, where and with what will you have the meal? Thoibi, Mangolda lada chagani. Thoibi, at the courtyard we will eat on planted leaves. Thaza, nakhoigi lafu pambi adudi wang na hawi, kamdaw na la hekani. Thaza, your banana plant is very tall, how will you pluck the leaves? Thoibi, ibung na ha na heklamle, fare amu unasi. Thoibi, my elder brother already plucked them, alright then, see you again. Alright, let's get back to conversations and go through each sentence in the dialogue to understand it better. Okay, so in the first part, Thaza is asking Thoibi what she is getting ready to cook. Thaza, Thoibi kari semlino, which means Thoibi, what are you preparing? Here, kari means what, and the verb semlino translates to are you preparing. The root same stands for prepare. Li shows that the action is ongoing and no turns it into a questions. So basically, Thaza is just asking Thoibi, what are you preparing? Alright, in the second part of the conversations, Thoibi replies. Thoibi, iromba ama sem sari, which means I am preparing an iromba. Here, iromba ama means an iromba. Just as you know, iromba is a popular Manipuri dish usually made with fermented bamboo shoots or other vegetables. The phrase sem sari means am preparing. The root sem sa stands for prepare, and the suffix ri shows that the action is ongoing. So when you put it all together, Thoibi is basically saying, I am preparing an iromba. And then in the third part, Thaza asks Thoibi who taught her. Thaza, kanana takpirino, which means who taught it to you. Here, Kanana means who, with na marking the agent or the door of the actions. The verb takpirino means taught it to you. The root tak stands for teach. P is an honorific marker used to show politeness. Re indicates the action is ongoing or continuous. And no is the questions marker. So, when you put it all together, Taza is simply asking who taught it to you. Then, in the fourth part, we hear Thoibi's reply. Thoibi, Imana takpibani, which means my mother taught me. Imana means my mother. And again, na marks the agent, the one doing the actions. The verb takpibani means is taught by the mother. Here too, tak is the root for teach. P adds politeness as an honorific marker. B turns the verb into a noun-like form. And ni is the copula that links it all together. So, when Thoibi says this, she simply means my mother taught me. The word abu, which means me, is just understood and not actually said. And again, in the sixth part, Tazas goes on to ask Thoibi who is inviting for the meal. Taza, kanabu chak kaurino, which means whom are you inviting for the meal? Here, kanabu means whom, with bu showing that it's the object of the sentence. Chak stands for rice, and the verb kaurino means are you inviting. Kau is the root word for invite. Re shows that the action is ongoing, and no turns it into a question. So basically, Taza is asking, whom are you inviting for the meal? Alright, so in the seventh part, Thoibi responds, Thoibi, Aigi ipuga ibokagi chaklen asi langlibani, which means we are arranging a meal for our grandfather and grandmother. So here, Aigi means my, and ipuga ibokagi refers to my grandfather and my grandmothers. The suffix ga in ipuga and ka in ibokka act like connectors, basically meaning and. Chaklen asi means this meal. The verb langlibani translates to is arranging, where lang is the root for arrange. Li tells us the actions is happening now. Ba makes it more like a noun, and ni links the parts together. So when Thoibi says this, she's just saying we are arranging a meal for our grandfather and grandmother. Now, in the eighth part, Taza asks, Taza, karigi iromba oina langlibano, nga oina thongba yadra, which means, why are you making iromba? Can't you prepare fish curry instead? So here, karigi means why, and iromba oina means being an iromba. The phrase langlibano means why are you making or arranging. Lang is the root word for arrange. Li shows it's ongoing. Ba gives it a noun-like feel, and no turns it into a question. So Taza is basically asking, why are you making iromba? Then in the second part, nga oina means being as a fish curry. Thongba means to cook, and yadra means can it do so. Here, ya is the root for agree. The is a negative marker, and ra turns it into a question. So it's like asking, can't you prepare fish curry instead? Putting both parts together, Taza is saying, why are you making iromba? Can't you prepare fish curry instead? Alright, in the ninth part, we hear Thoibi's reply. Thoibi, mabani di iromba yamna pami, which means they love iromba very much. Here, mabani di means as for the two, and yamna means very. Pami means like, with pam being the root word for like and me acting as a declarative marker to finish the statement. So, what Thoibi is really saying is they love Iromba very much. Then in the 10th part, Thaza goes on to ask Thoibi what kind of Iromba she is making. Thaza, karamba Iromba no nangna langlibadu, which means which kind of Iromba are you preparing? Here, karamba Iromba no means which Iromba, kind of like asking what kind of Iromba. Nangna means you, where na shows the door of the actions. Langlibadu means the preparations, with lang as the root for prepare. Li showing its ongoing. Ba giving it a noun-like meaning, and do marking it as definite. So when you put it all together, Thaza is basically asking which kind of Iromba are you preparing? Alright, in the 11th part of the conversations, we hear again Thoibi's reply. Thoibi, soibum Iromba ni, which means it is soibum Iromba. Here, soibum Iromba ni means it is soibum Iromba, referring to the version made with fermented bamboo shoot. So, Thoibi simply replies, it is soibum Iromba. Next, in the 12th part, Thaza goes on to ask Thoibi where she will have the meal and what she is going to have it with. Thaza, kadaida karida chagadawi adudi, which means where and with what will you have the meal? Here, kadaida karida means where and with what. The verb chagadawi means will be eating. So, it gives the sense of where and with what will you have the meal. Adudi just means then or so. So, when you put it all together, Thaza is basically asking where and with what will you have the meal. Then, in the 13th part of the conversations, again we hear Thoibi's reply. Thoibi, mangolda la da chagani, which means at the courtyard, we will eat on plantain leaves. Here, mangolda means at the courtyard, and lada means on plantain leaves. The verb chagani means will eat, with cha as the root for eat, ga showing it is going to happen in the future, and ni linking it all together. So Thoibi is simply saying we will eat on plantain leaves in the courtyard. Alright, so in the 14th part, Thaza asks Thoibi this. Thaza, nakhoigi lafu pambi adudi wang na hawi, kamdau na la hekani, which means your banana plant is very tall. How will you pluck the leaves? Here, nakhoigi lafu pambi adudi means your banana plant, and wang na hawi means grows high. Or in other words, it's very tall. Then, in the next part, kamdauna means how, and la hekani means how will you pluck the banana leaves. With hek as the root for pluck, ka showing it's in the future, and ni tying everything together. So, Thaza is basically asking, your banana plant is really tall. How are you going to pluck the leaves? Finally, in the 15th, we hear Thoibi's reply. Thoibi, ibung na hana heklamle, phare amu unasi, which means my elder brother already plucked them. Alright then, see you again. Ibung na means my brother, and na here shows he's the one doing the action. Hana means already, and the verb heklam le means already plucked. The root hek is plucked. Lam is an evidential marker confirming the actions definitely happen, and le marks that the action is complete. Then in the second sentence, phare means alright, and amuk unasi is a way of saying see you again. So basically, Thoibi just says, My elder brother already plucked them. Alright then, see you again. Overall, this dialogue illustrates how WH questions are essential for meaningful communications. From asking, "What are you preparing?" to "How will you get the plantain leaves?" Each WH words helps express curiosity, clarify intentions, and deepen the exchange. Such conversations are ideal for language learners to understand the structure and use of inquisitive expressions in Manipuri while connecting with cultural elements like food and family. That is all from me for now. Thanks for your attention.